Guten Tag, everyone. This is critical. I think this is
The
number
hell was that?
117. This is me doing a German impression. I'm not
Ah,
very good at it.
gotcha.
I'm sorry.
9.
Um, that's no. I know that much. I took German for like a year in high
Sprechen Sie
school. I don't remember a
Deutsch?
whole lot of it. God bless you.
Right.
I'm Mongo, joined as always by my co-host Liger Busa. This week we're going to be talking Shinyon Pro Wrestling, Toukon Retsuden Advance, or just Toukon Retsuden Advance if you don't feel like saying the full title because it's a lot. But it's only been a week since the last time we recorded. How are you this week?
Not too bad. I went to me and my friend drove out. It was like an hour and a half to see Supergirl in IMAX on Wednesday. We saw it early. So that was fun. I mean, that's really the only thing that's happened this week.
Nothing really interesting happened in my life this week. Honestly, like
Yeah, kind of a boring week.
yeah, just kind of living. When
La vida loca.
I wish. There's some stuff we have to talk about. There's the absolute Batman animated series announcement. Anybody that's listening to the show is probably expecting me to talk for 47 minutes about that. I won't, but I do have some thoughts and concerns. And also the G1 opening night card is mostly announced now, minus the two people that have to qualify. But this game, Toukon Retsuden Advances, I'm pulling up the release information because I didn't have that up already because I'm fucking horrible at this podcasting thing 4 years in. You'd think I'd get better eventually, but no.
I was looking at the guide on GameFAQs and I was like, oh, I'm trying to remember what like the button combinations are because like or the controls are because obviously I'm using it on the controller, so I wanted to like get it right for the Game Boy Advance. And the button controls in the guide is skipped over, so I was like, oh, that's no good.
Yeah, I remember reading this guide when I was in like probably fifth grade. Shoutouts Biohazard
Yep.
on GameFAQs. So this game comes out in March of 2002, according to GameFAQs. Published by Tomy, developed by Shimada Kikaku, which is the company that does Fire Pro for the WonderSwan, which I didn't know until about 5 minutes before we started recording.
Yeah, I went back and looked at it and I was like, I wonder what else they've done. And sure enough, there it was.
It explains why some of the animations are like, hey, look, we traced over Fire Pro for this.
It's like I need to do like a comparison video at some point because it's so clear that it's the same. You know, it's we just talked about WrestleMania and how close it is to Superstars and like Hogan's big boot was like the exact same, and we've got the same thing here. Like the elbow drop was something that I saw a lot, which I was like, that's just from Fire Pro.
I think
Not
the one key difference here, though, is like these would be completely original sprites that they traced over the original animations. WrestleMania, they just straight up fucking stole that shit.
right, yeah, and not all of the animations here are the same. Like the grapples are different, and there's some moves that are different, but yeah, there's just Fire Pro moves in this.
Yeah, it's very clear that they wanted this to play like console Toukon Retsuden, but they maybe weren't able to make it look like
Right.
Toukon on
Yeah.
console. And that's like my big thing with this game. I did not play the success mode because I'm a weirdo that just plays exhibition matches sometimes. And also
I just used the unlock all save.
yeah, I didn't think to do that honestly. So my biggest thing I noticed with this is that you have the like diagonally facing sprites for the characters, and they'll throw strikes, but it's like impossible to line those things up like consistently. And if you do a grapple, it just snaps you into the horizontal plane, so there's not like the diagonal like orientation like grapples.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's the whole like you lock up and there's the button mashing thing if you lock up at the same time. There's the dedicated submission grapple button, there's the strike button. It has the rock paper scissors thing, except it doesn't feel like it works at all here. Like it
No, it's
doesn't
very awkward.
The AI will fucking dog walk you on the standard difficulty.
Yeah,
Like,
I was playing it on easy, and it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't hard, but like the matches just seemed to go on for a long, long time.
Yeah, I played Hashimoto and Scott Norton this morning. It went 20 minutes game time. The
Yeah,
match just didn't fucking end. Um, I don't think this is like a bad game, but I think, and I've never played Toukon on the WonderSwan, but I've seen gameplay of it. I kind of just wish they did that, but with better graphics.
yeah. I mean,
But
I watched some matches between CPU, and it was funny too because like there was times when they would both like fall down, like there was an animation missing, like frames missing, and they would just like fall down and weird shit like that, which I didn't get in single player, and I was like that's really bizarre. Um, yeah, it's a very awkward game. It's hard to sort of recommend it when Fire Pro exists on the GBA. Um, as like a curiosity thing, it's fun to check out, and also like the unlockables. Everyone is unlicensed except for Masa Saito. He's the only licensed character that's unlockable. But like, I need to bring up the list here. But you've got like Scott Hall in it, for instance, which is kind of a funny one because you wouldn't think of him as someone that would be in like a a Japanese game other than the Fire Pro. But he worked in New Japan in 2001, so it makes sense. But then you've
I
got like
was
Misawa and Kawada and everybody.
I was gonna read off the default roster real
Oh
quick.
yeah,
So like
go
when you
ahead.
boot the game up the first time, you've got Tatsumi Fujinami, Riki Choshu, Shiro Koshinaka, Kensuke Sasaki, Takashi Izuka, Osamu Nishimura, Brian Johnson, Manabu Nakanishi, Yuji Nagata, Yutaka Yoshie, Masahiro Chono, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, Satoshi Kojima, Koji Kanemoto, Akira Tatsutoshi Goto, Michiyoshi Ohara, Hiro Saito, Scott Norton, Super J, Jado, Geto, Keiji Muto, Don Fry, Hiroshi Hase, Jinsei Shinzaki, Jushin Thunder Liger, El Samurai, Kendo Kashin, Minoru Tanaka, Shinya Makabe, Dr. Wagner Jr., and then for 0-1 representation, you have Hashimoto, Otani, and Takaiwa. Because my theory is this game was in development when 0-1 was originally meant to be like UFO, where it was going to
Yeah,
be like not really a promotion, basically like a shell promotion for New Japan to send guys to so they could invade because
yeah.
that UWFI feud fucking broke some brains in the New Japan office.
Do you have the hidden list as well?
Uh, I am. So the way this guy formatted the fucking thing is I'm gonna have to scroll all the way down beyond the actual in-game roster. So computer. Okay, so there's Naoya Ogawa, Kazunari Murakami, Kazuyuki Fujita, Antonio Inoki, Toshiaki Kawada, Genichio Tenyu, Taiyo Kea, Mitsuharu Misawa, Jun Akiyama, Kazushi Sakuraba, Mark motherfucking Coleman, and Gary Goodridge.
Yeah,
And
there's
then there's a
also
character called the Bat.
yeah, I was just gonna bring that up. Yeah, just a mask character. And Scott Hall as well.
Yeah, I didn't see him listed here. He might be in a different part of the. Hold on. Hold on. Is he under the Team 2000 part of this roster? And I just scrolled by him because I assumed.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
he
They
is.
do put him in Team 2000. Also, what's kind of creepy is that all the secret characters, again, except for Masa Saito, they all have a profile picture that looks like Chris Benoit. This, yeah,
This week of all weeks to reference Chris Benoit.
mm,
Yeah, that was weird. I was sitting there on Thursday because Thursday was the anniversary when we all found out. And I was like, you know what's crazy? For like 2 years now, minimum, I've shared a workspace with people that were not alive when that whole thing happened. And
yeah,
it's so weird to think there were people born after 2007, bro. What the fuck?
yeah. This isn't obviously anywhere near as like serious or anything, but like I read someone posted on social media today was like they were like, "LOL, Vice City wasn't one of the best games ever," and I was just thinking, like, was this person alive when that game came out? Because like, I feel like if you were alive when that game came out, it's hard to argue that it's not one of the best games ever. But maybe that's just me.
Younger people are wild.
They sure are.
Yeah. Um, this game's cool though. I think if you want a game that's like a decent representation of not even 2002 New Japan. This game's a really good representation of like early 2001 New Japan, maybe mid 2001 New Japan. Yeah, it's fine to kick around for a few minutes, but to your point, like you just fucking play Fire Pro.
Yeah, and honestly, I think the WWE Game Boy Advance games are probably better than this. I mean, I kind of
X8 and
appreciate.
Survivor Series are.
Yeah, I can appreciate that it exists because it's just it's another game and it's interesting. If nothing else, it's interesting to look at again with the animations and the ones that they animated themselves, like the Shining Wizard and stuff. But when I got to like the actual gameplay itself, it's just like, yeah, I didn't find it that fun as well. Like as I said before, matches were lasting a lot longer than I wanted them to. Um, and again, yeah, like I said, Fire Pro exists, so.
Yeah, it's a game that's cool, especially if you're a fan of that era of New Japan. And I know that I don't want to go on the rant here. I know that a lot of people have been conditioned to think that 2000s New Japan sucks because Nokiaism or whatever the fuck. But like, it's cool to take a look at this roster. Also, they have the BVD logo on the goddamn mat in this game.
Yeah, that's always a cool little detail.
God bless them.
Yeah.
I hate hearing 2000s New Japan getting maligned because like they brought in MMA fighters. Yeah, most of them did jobs. You can talk all you want about like the Nagata Crow Cop thing being stupid, and it was. You can talk about the Nagata and Fedor thing being stupid because it was. But like that stuff is not what hurt New Japan during that time period. What hurt New Japan was the same thing that hurt every other Japanese promotion. They were spiraling into a recession. People would just rather watch fucking Pride.
Mm.
Being able to siphon off some of the big stars for Pride. Now, I will say Bob Sapp didn't want to do business. And Fujita didn't want to do business after a while either. But like, if they bring in Barnett from fucking Pancrase, he lays down for Nagata in the main event of the fucking Tokyo Dome. And like Boss Rudin came in, did a fucking job. Tsuyoshi Kosaka came in, did jobs. I don't. And also, after a certain point, Inoki's just the figurehead. He's not the booker. Like
Right.
the booking team in 04 was fucking Fumihiko Uwai and I think Riki Choshu. And Uwai was, I'm pretty sure, an office guy from UWFI. It's also the guy that formed Big Mouth Loud. Like immediately after he left, the whole idea was Shibata left because what the fuck, that's my guy. Because he wanted Shibata to get pushed. And you see with Big Mouth Loud, they basically built that whole company around making Shibata the top guy. And they also called it Real New Japan because it was. But it wasn't all Inoki. Like, there's the Kim Justice video about Brock Lesnar and Inokiism. Yeah, if bringing in a top WWE guy to try to pop your fucking territory is Inokiism, then I guess Hulk Hogan was the result of fucking Inokiism when they brought him back in '85. Like, you have access to the biggest star, the biggest promotion in the world just had. And you're also the promotion that's most likely to bring in ex WWE talent. I say as Muto era All Japan exists. But like that wasn't we're gonna bring in an MMA guy and put him over everybody. It was we're gonna bring in this guy who's a huge fucking star. There was at least an attempt made by New Japan to get on American pay-per-view. Like that show where Brock wins the title was supposed to be a US pay-per-view. And it didn't materialize. Like they were eyeing something much bigger than fucking we're gonna have a crossover star here. Like they legit viewed that as a way to fucking expand business in a period where they were getting the shit kicked out of them by fucking Pride and Noah. But like when people say Inokiism, they don't know what it means. Inokiism is the belief that pro wrestling is the strongest martial art, presenting professional wrestling as that. It's the reason why they brought in the fucking boxers and shit in the 70s to fight Inoki. If you think like Barnett and Boss Rudin coming into work matches is stupid, then you have to think that stuff's stupid. And if you think that stuff's stupid, you're stupid. Like Inoki versus fucking Everett Eddie, that shit rocks. I'll never hear an argument to the contrary. It's baked into the ideology. King of sports, pro wrestling's the strongest.
I just like that Sting. That Sting went from WCW and then went to New Japan to wrestle a kickboxer. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, because they did the fucking they did the bullshit tournament because Inoki had to wrestle Gerard Gordeau, who I'm honestly kind of shocked didn't go into business for himself because that guy's kind of an asshole. But it's, you know, the whole presentation of like different style fight. It's like adapt, overcome, King of Sports. That's Inokiism.
I
It's
think
not this horrible, evil fucking thing where like we're gonna bury our top guys. Like they didn't bury. You want to know how they buried Tenzan? They jobbed him to Nakamura. You want to know how they buried Takayama? They jobbed him to Nakamura. If there's one negative to like Inoki having the hard on for the crossover shit, it's he sacrificed guys who should have been top stars for years to get over one guy because somebody got in his ear about, well, that guy was competitive against one of the Gracies. He could be our Sakuraba.
I think what's interesting too is that, and I know I've mentioned this in the past, but like, I don't think people realize that the idea of like pro wrestling against other sports was also what stuff like was like what the hardcore scene was built on as well. Like the original FMW show was like Onita against was it the
Is it
KFA?
Aoyagi?
I can't remember who it was, but it was like the Karate Fighters Association or something like that, right? Like
Yeah, Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling.
yeah, and that's what and other promotions did that as well. Like um was it Wing that started out with? Yeah, Wing originally had like karate guys against pro wrestlers too. So yeah, it wasn't and Onita wrestled like Leon Spinks and other fighters as well. Um, of course they went like in a different direction with all the hardcore, but like that's kind of what that stuff was based on as well, which is like super interesting. And I think sometimes people forget about that stuff, or they just don't know it.
It's probably honestly they don't know because when people think FMW, they think like the clips from Dark Side of the Ring.
Right. And they did get into hardcore like very early on. I think he had hardcore like Bob Wire against karate fighters and stuff like that. But it was just interesting to see sort of a similar idea in a different setting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like, and part of it is because it's the era where I started watching. But when I hear like, oh, the mid 2000s were like a destitute period for New Japan if you want to see good matches, bull fucking shit. The two best G1 tournaments ever are 2003 and 2004.
I
And
understand
then
the
if I had
point.
to,
Sorry, go ahead.
and if I had to pick like modern ones that were close, it would be the ones 10 years after that. I do like the 2016 G1 a lot too. That one's good. But like '05 G1 tells a great
Mhm.
story the whole way through. Fujita goes through unbeaten, faces Chono in the final. Chono fucking he turns into Mr. G1 one last time. It's a great fucking story. You have the '06 G1 that I think that's the one that ends with Tenkoji exploding at the end, and you get the really sick Nagata Kanemoto. I was about to say hour draws, half hour. That match is amazing. And also, like, oh, that period of New Japan has bad matches. Go watch, and I'm about to say this about Tanahashi. Go watch his first fucking title reign. The best Tanahashi Nakamura match is not one of the ones you saw on fucking Ustream or New Japan World, although the one I'm about to mention is on New Japan World now. It's the December 10th, 2006 one. And that match has always been super fascinating to me because December 10th, '06 is when fucking Frogman beats Marufuji and just says, fuck the young guys at the Aichi Prefectural Gym that night. New Japan puts their top two young guys in the fucking main event for the heavyweight title.
Mm.
I wonder why New Japan won out in the end. So hard to figure out.
I think the thing too with like New Japan in the early 2000s is that
it wasn't Noah. It wasn't what was getting talked up in the sheets.
but it was also like the MMA influence was a bit overwhelming at times. Like we didn't need cards like Ultimate Crush. You know what I mean? It was just like if I wanted like MMA fights on my pro wrestling show, I would just watch Pride, right? And I know that's like the whole thing is that they were trying to bring in some of that audience, but the matchups that they had for their MMA shows never seemed that interesting to begin with. So it's just like, what are you putting this in the middle of my show for? You know what I mean?
It was to get those guys over for when they came back, in theory, and then some of them didn't.
Yeah, it just felt like I don't want to watch this stuff in in the middle of my show. I'd just rather watch. I'd rather watch Nakanishi put someone in a torture racket, an MMA fighter, than him put on MMA gloves and try to put on an MMA match.
I don't know, man. Nakanishi's a weird one. He does some stuff really well and then some stuff not so well.
He is
There's
a
that
weird guy.
60-minute draw. Speaking of 2000s New Japan was bad, there's an hour draw with Nagata and Nakanishi that's better than a lot of the Bushiroad matches people love.
Mm.
I just did the Nagata salute. You couldn't see it.
I really like that Muto Hase match from 2001. That was like
Oh, that's on the
45
All
minutes.
Japan show. Yeah, the New
No,
Japan All
that was
Japan show.
the
So, yeah,
yeah, it
it's
was
New
a
Japan All
New
Japan and
Japan.
Budokan
Yeah,
because they did the 2 days. Meltzer shits on that in his review because I was listening to Between the Sheets where they talked about it. Dave didn't like that match, but he's like, "Oh, the crowd reacted how they thought they were supposed to," and it's like the Japanese crowds are not this fucking like self-aware like next level consciousness. Did it ever occur to you the crowd at the Budokan just liked what they were fucking seeing?
right.
Like he has to come up with these weird reasons for why stuff he doesn't like is working, like Tetsuya Naito getting pushed. And like you see it with the way he talks about like New Japan now, a lot of it is just like, I don't really enjoy this promotion anymore, so I'm gonna act like they're in the shitter and everything is horrible. And it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck Dave. No, that Hase Muto match rules. That's the show with Nagata and Fujita in the main event.
Yeah, it was interesting because I remember there was like a lot of mat work on it, and I think it was like all mat work actually.
Yeah,
Um,
they do nothing but work the mat. It's awesome.
and it was very different than what even Muto was doing at the time. That's what made him like the best wrestler of the year in 2001.
Him shaving his head and deciding like I'm gonna do this fucking knee to the face because my knees don't work anymore. He gets way into doing mat wrestling that year too, which is awesome
Yeah,
because he was always good at it anyway. Like he didn't need to do the fucking space rolling elbow and the moonsault and everything in every match. Like he was great on the mat. There's a tag, I think it's him and Kaya against Fujinami and Nishimura from I want to say like November 01. And when he's in there with those guys, he's basically just rocking the mat. There's also I think he defends the Triple Crown against Fujinami in late 01.
mm.
And that match is really funny because the crowd doesn't react to shit until it's like, oh, he's about to do the fucking thing. Those people paid to see one goddamn thing. And do you remember when they did the Muto and Otani versus Tenkoji match at the Dome, like 2013, because Daichi Hashimoto got hurt?
Right. Yeah.
Dave in his reviews like, oh, Muto just kept playing the hits. Well, he's fucking old as shit, and the crowd was into everything. What did you fucking want him to do?
Yeah. I don't know. That's weird. But
Also, biggest pop of the match, nothing Muto did. It was Otani sweeping. I think it was Kojima's legs out to set up the face wash. They went fucking ape shit. It was great.
do you remember when Muto lost a bunch of weight and became a junior heavyweight for one match against Kazuyoshi?
Yeah, there's a lot of weird shit that happens in that era.
And it's not like just like lying about the weight. Like he legitimately looked a lot smaller.
Yeah, it's funny to look back at that. Like,
yeah,
I was reading some more of the Muto years by Jonathan Foy, and I forgot that Kyohei Wada resigns from All Japan in large part because Muto did not make a public statement about the super hate thing.
yeah,
He felt it was a betrayal of All Japan to not like publicly condemn that shit, and I was like, yeah, I could see it because fucking Wada had been there forever.
yeah,
And that's also in an incredibly shaky period for the company because I remember reading on like the Pro Wrest Power Board, All Japan couldn't afford to pay their talent. So like they were giving talent like blocks of tickets to fucking sell to like make up for what they couldn't pay them. Which, great way to build locker room morale.
yeah.
If nothing else. And I guess that might have spurned some of it. That part's not in the book, I'll say that. But like the Muto years by Jonathan Foy, there's some formatting stuff I'm not wild about in it, and I don't think we need a conclusion to each chapter because I just read it. Like I just read these pages. I don't need a summary at the end. But he gets down to brass tacks in those books. There's not a lot of the bald man bad stuff that goes on when people talk about that era. If anything, he praises it a lot more than you'd expect. But it's a great book. I do have the digital version of Freedom and Faith because I was like, if I'm going to take a 10-minute break at work where I'm just sitting on the shitter pretending not to do anything, I kind of want something to do. So I'm just going to read the Noah book.
Mm.
You know what's weird is I read the foreword by Michael Modest, which was excellent, by the way. It's clear. I think I said this last week. It's clear he really respected Misawa and really took pride in working for Noah. But I haven't gotten any further. Where? What? How the fuck did we get? Oh yeah. 2000s New Japan's good. That's the moral of the story. What the hell? People need to stop texting me while I'm recording.
Right.
So I guess we can talk I'll mention the G1 opening night card, and then we can talk the figure news and stuff from this week. 'Cause there's a little bit.
We got
I say
Forbidden
as my
Door tonight as well.
Oh yeah, let me run down the card of a pay-per-view I'm not watching.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it.
I saw what most of the card was, and I was like, that women's title match will probably be something. The Mercedes Maya World match will probably be something. I could not give two shits about the rest of this card from what I saw of it.
Oh, what do we have? Because we have the buy-in, and we've got Micah against Sky Blue. I know that.
Yep, there's that, and then Divine Dominion against Olympia and Thunder Rosa for the women's tag titles. We have Edge and Christian against David Finlay and Clark Connors. I'd rather be shot. We have the Young Bucks versus Sky Team versus Teton and Shingo. They're going to do a lot of moves. It'll probably be neat. We have John Moxley versus Bandito. I'd rather be shot. We have Shota Umino versus Pac. I'd rather be shot. We have Tekla versus Starlight Kid. That'll probably be all right. We have Mercedes Moné versus Maya World. That'll probably be all right. And when I say they'll probably be all right, they'll both be sure. Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr. If Kenny can curb some of Zack's more annoying tendencies, this will be really good. I have a feeling Kenny's going to play into them, which is going to make this the exact kind of match I don't want to see. We have Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland. I'd rather be shot. And then we have Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Konosuke Takeshita, and Darby Allin versus MJF, Kevin Knight, Kyle Fletcher, Jake Doyle, Kazuchika Okada, and Andrade. Where it's a cage match. If Mark Briscoe's team wins, he gets a world title match, which they've gone so heavy-handed with like telegraphing that it's Omega and MJF in Montreal next month. I really don't see how you can give Mark Briscoe's team the win here unless the idea is you're going to do the match on TV next week and try to capitalize on the whole idea of like, well, Darby won it a few days after a pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean that's what I figured that would be a Dynamite main event.
On paper, this isn't even like a horrible card. It's just like I don't care about this pay-per-view. We talked about it last week. If you don't have the ability, and it's not that they don't have the ability, if you don't have the what's the word I'm searching for here? If you don't have the perspective, that New Japan is an equal and you don't want to present their stars as equal to yours, there's zero reason to fucking do this pay-per-view every year.
It's funny because I saw that Tanahashi's flying over for it, and I was like, why bother? You've got like, you don't really have a lot of people on the card. Like, stay at home. It's not worth it.
It's like
at least Toru Okada is like involved in an angle.
Yeah, it's like Shingo, Umino, and Zack. That's fucking. Yep. That's it. And I just, what a fucking, I don't know, man. I've also just like I've had ebbs and flows with my AEW fandom while we've recorded this podcast. I've never felt less interested in that product than like this is like late 2023, early 2024. Like I don't give a flying fuck what they do.
Yeah,
I don't give two shits what they do.
I find Dynamite's like a drag to sit through these days. But I mean, as a Stardom fan, I'm interested in like Starlight Kid and Tekla because again, Toru Okada, the president of Stardom, is coming over for it. I I can't imagine Tekla would lose. But if it's me personally, I'd let Starlight Kid win, at least have a short reign. But then she has to go. Stardom's doing the 5-star GP soon. Micah has to beat Sky Blue. I think if she lost, that would be ridiculous. Maya World, I can see like the argument that she can lose because they've already set her up as like, somebody that's going to become a star. But like, why not go all the way and just have her win the tournament?
Yeah.
Um.
Oh,
Also, like,
speaking of the Micah Sky Blue match, because that's to set up like the TBS title
right?
decision match, right?
Yeah.
They aired a vignette apparently last night showing that Willow
Yes.
Nightingale is like ready to come back. So why'd you
Right.
vacate the fucking belt?
I was asking myself the very same question. It's like if you waited just a little bit longer, you wouldn't have to do that. I don't know. I don't get it.
They could have just done a fucking 6-woman match to crown an interim champion, and then
Yeah.
you have a match now for fucking the pay-per-view in Montreal to unify the interim and the. I know people give AEW shit for the interim titles. This would have been a good time for it.
But also, like, you didn't even really have to do like an interim title. Like, the idea that the title has to be defended every 30 days or something like that. I mean, if she's coming back shortly after that time period, it just seems ridiculous even doing that. Like, just let her come back as champion.
It's very dumb.
Yeah, and like also Stardom's got a Clark and Hall show at like I don't know, like 6 a.m, and Suzu Suzuki against Utami for the World of Stardom title. So that should be fun stuff.
The G1 opener, we finally got the lineup, and I just want to say God bless work visas taking forever to get like approved because Gabe Kidd's not on the show. I believe. I believe in a higher power now. So I'll go from bottom to top. The winner of Oscar versus Yujiro Takahashi on July 6th. So basically, Oscar will be wrestling Ren Narita. We've got Aaron Wolf versus Hanare. Yuya Uemura is going to try to fucking drag a match out of Callum Newman. Apparently, Shota Umino and Zack Sabre Jr., after their all-time snoozer of a Dome main event last year, apparently they had a really good match in last year's G1. So kind of hoping they can repeat that this year. The winner of El Fantasma and Ryohei Oiwa, and I really don't know. I hope it's Oiwa because he's a better wrestler. Whoever wins that will be facing Oleg Bolton. That guy fucking rocks. I sung his praises on this podcast a couple of years ago. That motherfucker is legit. We've got Yuto Ice versus Great Okan, which is a tremendous match on paper. We have Shingo Takagi versus Jake Lee, and I just want to know what Shingo did to deserve that. We've got Hiroki Goto versus Sonata, and I just want to know what Hiroki Goto did to deserve that. And then we're getting a rematch of not only last year's IWGP title match from Wrestle Kingdom, but this year's IWGP title match from Wrestle Kingdom because they're booking Takeshita and Yota Tsuji in the main event. That shit is less than 2 weeks away now. I am super excited. I saw what the meet and greet prices are, and under most circumstances, I would say $55 is a little bit too much. But realistically, how many chances am I going to have to meet Hiroki Goto? Especially he's like old.
Yeah.
How many more chances am I really going to have? And also like taking a mark picture with Aaron Wolf the day before his G1 debut. That's cool. And I'm on the fence about getting the Yuto Ice one just because I don't want to spend another $55, but we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling because my paycheck that week is my first paycheck after getting promoted, so I might feel inclined to get a little silly with it. We'll see.
Do you
I
have
saw
Do you have one of the E Honda figures?
No, you're
I
also
was
not
gonna.
allowed to bring any personal items
Oh,
in.
that sucks.
Because my whole thing was like, if Shingo was there, I was going to bring the Dragon Gate USA DVD from when he wrestled Danielson, which Shingo's not even on the cover. It's Brian. Like I had ideas of like stuff I would want to get signed, and then I saw that, and I was like, well, fuck me,
Yeah, it's a
I
shame.
guess. But you get a signed 8x10, so come home and immediately order like a top loader for my new 8x10 collection.
I don't know where my Great Muta autograph is, and that bothers me very much.
I got an AJ Styles 8x10 at the ROH show I went to in Dayton because I don't take good fucking pictures. And I kind of wish I took the picture with AJ now. because I towered over him. It was like the craziest fucking thing. Like I walked up and I shook AJ's hand and I'm like, I'm twice your size. Holy shit. And like I took a picture with Jerry Lynn and I feel bad to this day about this. I'm like, man, I thought you'd be taller. He goes, yeah, everybody looks bigger on TV. And I'm like, you're still the fucking man, though, Jerry. Oh, God. But I saw the G1 merch loadout they're bringing. There's a shirt that has like, the old G1 logo from like the 2000s that they always use with the initial marketing and then they never use it again after that.
Yeah.
They have that on a shirt. It's like the G1 Chicago event shirt. And I'm like a big mark for getting a shirt, like an event shirt. And I still regret that I didn't get one at Forbidden Door 2022. I think I'm going to have to get one this time. Even if they don't bring my size, it's just the idea of having the thing.
Yeah. Do you know what
they're going to have the...
Do you know what the sales are like now?
It doesn't look like the map is that different.
Oh, okay.
It looks like some stuff has moved, but I guess they're doing like a WWE show like around the same time. Like I think I heard that Raw is there that week. Which really funny because like they popped up a Raw a couple of days after the G1 opener the last time New Japan tried that in the US.
How nice is that?
It's some real anti-competitive shit, huh? Almost like a Monopoly would do that. Like my friends and I are like, who gives a fuck how empty the building is? Like we're gonna be there. They might move us down. I
mean, yeah, it's cool being there. It's just you wish that more people would come out to support it, but it is what it is.
Well, it's a combination of a few factors. One, opposition show. Two, I think if it was 4th of July weekend, they might have fared a little bit better. Also, traffic would be a fucking nightmare that weekend, so thank God they didn't do it. Ticket prices are fair, but they're charging like AEW ticket prices. I think it probably should go a little bit lower. And also, like, the AEW representation are guys that were on the last New Japan show in the US. I think it might have meant a little bit more if they were able to get like Claudio. Or God forbid Brody King. Or both. Fuck, I don't know. But I'm happy with the blocks as we've gotten them. And I think I said this last week, but I stressed this point to one of my friends that's going to be there. This isn't a New Japan Strong show. There's none of the like, we're booking the shithead because it's a US show thing. These are all like actual New Japan stars.
Yeah.
There's no like the DKC, whoever the fuck that guy is. He's not on this card. They're not, Fred Rosser's not on this card. Like the New Japan Strong crew are nowhere to be found here. Like this is like an actual, it's a straight up New Japan show. And that's the most exciting thing. I'm imagining they're not going to have they're going to have whatever the regular New Japan US ring is with the big lion mark in the middle. I don't give a shit. I'm just super excited to be going. And a couple of my friends and I have talked about we could just fucking meet in Chicago every year if they're going to pop up a New Japan show. I don't know if they will after this. I hope they do. But this is the most excited I've been for a show that I'm attending, and I don't fucking know how long.
Just don't get kicked out taking pictures or whatever.
Yeah, that was such bullshit. Oh, and you know what was crazy? One of my friends sent me a video somebody took in the venue from where we were seated last time. And I was like, oh, they didn't threaten to kick people out?
No, it was just you.
Did somebody read my fucking email? No, dude, it was like everybody in my section that night. It was, people were leaving. I never went back to see what that collision looked like on TV, but that upper deck was thinning pretty quickly after, especially because Moxley was in the opener. And I can tell you, being there, that was, to a lot of the people in that building, the Moxley match was the thing. But I don't suspect they're gonna be shitty about it. They might be shitty about us posting videos from the event.
I think so.
Because it's TV Asahi. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I saw, I think I mentioned last week, there was a post about the Galloping Ghost that I got sent. It was I went in there and like a lot of their machines weren't working. And then somebody in the replies was like, yeah, it kind of sucks now, but I think if you're going to Chicago and it's like the first time, you should still go just to see it.
I actually
And
saw
and
a few people complaining about the machines not working recently.
I think was it under a because what I got sent and I had to go on X cancel to read the shit was like there was a post about how they have the basically like a Primal Rage 2 prototype that doesn't exist outside of their collection and they just refuse to dump it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Which is incredibly fucking lame, especially when their whole thing is like, we're game preservationists. Like, are you really?
Right. Yeah.
What happens if your board dies? Then what?
Exactly.
That's just not preserved unless they've made a dump of the ROM for themselves and they're just gonna, put it on
Probably.
another board.
Probably.
That would make sense. But yeah, I'm super excited for that show. I mentioned I start my new role at my job. They have me going 9 days in a row. And then my first day off after that is the day one of my friends is flying in, and then we're gonna meet my other friends in Chicago the next day. And it's gonna be interesting. Unfortunately, that weekend I won't be able to record Critical because the time we typically record, I'll be on my way back home for my mom's birthday. But I have the next 2 weekends off after that, so
Okay.
what a wonderful time. Before we get to action figure and video game news, might as well talk about Absolute Batman. Because it came out that they announced 3 new animated series, and I couldn't give 2 fucks about 2 of them, but they did announce a CG animated Absolute Batman series with Scott Snyder and Nick Dragotta as the executive producer or showrunner and producer, respectively. I saw some takes about it being CG instead of traditional 2D animated, and I think traditional 2D animation with some of the stuff that book does would take fucking forever. Like we're probably in earnest waiting 2.5 years before that series hits. If they were going to hand animate all that, like 2D animate all of that, we're not going to see that show until I'm in my fucking 40s. Just some of the shit they do in that book, it would be a Herculean undertaking for any studio. Someone pointed out this is the quickest a major comic has gotten adapted. They really are doing the manga to anime speed run on this. And if they don't bungle this, it could be the biggest thing for DC. Just in general. That book series has sold 6 million units. It's only been around for like 2 years. The first issue is on its 11th printing. I don't remember the last like major big 2 comic book that fucking did that. Every other issue that I've seen, if I go on Comic Hub, it's like 3rd printing, 4th printing, 5th printing, 6th printing, 7th printing. It's the most successful big 2 comic I can remember in fucking years. And it's carrying the entire comics industry on its back. And I think there's a lot of uncertainty with like the DCU stuff, just in general. I think everybody at Paramount, Warner Brothers, whatever the fuck that company's going to be called, if they ditch that show, given how popular that book is, everybody's got to go. Because like your live action stuff is going to be what it's going to be. Doing an animated adaptation of a beloved comic book with the producers, like the actual creative team attached, you ditch that, there's no faith anymore. Nobody's going to give a shit. And then I guess there's a fucking Joker anime where Batman's dead because dead Batman is the new evil Superman at DC. And, Crypto can get a fucking animated series. God forbid we give one to Wonder Woman. Because that one that I forgot that they announced one years ago. That shit's never happening. They never had any intention of fucking doing that, but they should. Absolute Wonder Woman's a great book. We should.
James Gunn said like he was trying to get one off the ground. Maybe she'll be introduced in Absolute Batman. I don't know.
I don't see it happening. I think they should do the Absolute Universe as an animated series though, because all those books sell well. All of them. Like do Manhunter, do Green Arrow, do Green Lantern. Don't do Flash because I read like 3 issues of it and was kind of like, eh.
It'll be interesting to see how that expands into the media as well. Can't remember if I talked about this last week, but like, when does Absolute Batman stop making its way in the movies and stuff like that? Like,
never.
You don't think so?
I think that that is the one comic book I honestly think you can't do in live action
Hmm.
because you're gonna have to fucking CG so much shit on Batman anyway. You
Oh yeah,
you
I, I
like
don't mean like
Bane.
yeah, I don't mean like necessarily the physical attributes of like the characters and stuff, but like some of the story points and more of like the attitude around it and stuff.
I Well, here's the thing. There's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be mad that Absolute Batman, doesn't have the same origin story as regular Batman.
Right.
Like his dad's the one that gets killed. His dad's a school teacher that gets killed during a mass shooting. The Waynes aren't rich. The whole like his group of like villains like fucking Riddler and Penguin and Two Face, those are all his friends. Like they grew up together. They were all like shitheads together.
Okay, I've
It's
ordered
such
volume one. Um, I haven't read it yet, so yeah, that's quite. I like honestly don't know anything about it other than like the look of it.
it's heavily manga inspired. There's a lot of Berserk, a lot of Akira in there.
Well, yeah, when you say that, it's like that should be right up my alley.
It's it's so refreshing to have a new unique take on Batman. The second volume honestly is better than the first. It's like the first is great. Like I think the trade, I have the hardcover of it. I think it's 6 issues if I can find it in the pile of shit that is sitting on my couch. I think it's 6 issues, and then the second one covers the Arc M storyline.
Fuck,
Like, get it?
yeah,
Arkham.
that's good. Yeah,
Um, it's so good. The way they do Bane is so fucking interesting. The way it plays into another Batman villain is really interesting. Maybe my favorite version of Mister Freeze ever is in the Absolute Universe. Like they crack the code on how do you do Batman without marrying everything to the shit that's been done for like 90 years now.
mm.
It's such a refreshing new take on the character, and also like the art's so good. There's one issue in volume one I will tell you that has a guest artist, and the art is noticeably not as good. Like it is clearly not as good. But the story that's being told is good, and you get Dragotta back the next issue. It's such a great book. I I want to see it adapted into a video game before I see it like anybody try to do it in live action.
I mean,
But
like,
also, I think
doesn't that art style just like suit Unreal Engine?
yeah, I honestly a pixel art beat 'em up would be fucking crazy too.
Yeah,
But like when you say like adapted into live action, I think so much of what makes the story itself work is the aesthetic. And if you're gonna CG it that much, you might as well just do the animated series. Like
mm.
there would be a lot that you cannot do practically. Like Bane, no fucking chance. No fucking chance. It's I don't want to say it's my favorite Batman book ever because I've read Long Halloween, fucking Killing Joke. I've read a bunch. But if they keep this quality up for like another couple of years, yeah, it probably will just be my favorite Batman run ever by the time it's over. It's already really high.
Well,
Who
we'll
knew that
see.
all you had to do was make Bruce a fucking like working class hero, pump him full of fucking steroids, and throw him into a heavily manga inspired world for this shit to be like really good.
Yeah, right. I think I get mine like Thursday, so we'll see. I'm looking forward to reading it. I guess I should talk about seeing Supergirl. I liked it. I didn't think it was that bad at all. Like, I'm not going to say it's great or anything, but I thought it was enjoyable. Um, what can I even say? Like the discourse surrounding that movie is like
The culture war stuff's annoying.
it is so bad, dude.
I've never read the book that it adapts, but apparently there's a very important story beat that the movie doesn't treat the same way the book does. I don't know what it
Yeah,
is because it was just people peg posting. I've heard that
yeah,
Millie Alcock is really good in that movie, and
yeah.
that's
She
like
is.
honestly the only good thing I've heard is that she's really good in that movie.
Also, like, I don't think this is any spoilers because I think it's known that Superman's in it, and like every time he shows up, like, couldn't help but smile. It's like that's our boy, you know. I think it's just great. Jason Momoa is also like I think is very good, but I think that's sort of given because he loves Lobo and is almost Lobo himself in a few ways. A lot of practical effects in it, like a lot of practical alien effects and stuff, which was really cool. And yeah, there is like several story changes from the book. But I think again, as its own, I think it works. It's not like a fucking 1 out of 10 or whatever silly shit people are saying. I'd say it's like a 7.
No, I saw that Variety review, and
Oh, dude.
that was brutal.
He was also like making fun of her looks, like comparing her to like what was it, like somebody from like Land of the Lost or something. And that's like something that these conservative incels have been doing, like posting that character in the Supergirl outfit and stuff.
There's nothing wrong with how that woman looks. People are disgusting.
It's been insane, and I think I talked about it last week, but so the whole thing was she was asked by I think it was actually Variety, you know, like fan reaction, and she talked about uh, House of the Dragon, and she said, you know, people were saying stuff about her on that, and she said, you know, people feel like they own women's bodies, and then you look at their profile and it says conservative dad, and they took that because they don't bother reading anything, right, except for headlines or text on a AI thumbnail by some, you know, conservative YouTuber. They don't take anything but that. So they took that as an attack on all Christian fathers. And Variety actually this week they posted the link again on Twitter to that interview. It's not a new interview, but people thought it was because they didn't actually bother reading it to begin with. And they posted another, again, the same interview, but the headline was talking about Millie Alcock reacts to toxic fans. She was reacting to a question that the interviewer asked. She didn't just bring toxic fan bases out of nowhere. She was answering a question. So again, they're in the comments saying stuff like, "Oh, she calls the fans toxic. No wonder that the film is failing." And that's the thing. Like people just read headlines or read what other people, you know, grab their information from someone that's got such a skewed perspective that they just take it for as, you know, absolute as fact. They don't bother reading the actual stories because who needs context, right? You know, when we've got
Nuance and context have no place in the modern world.
it is just unbelievable, and just like the hatred and it's just. I wish it was a success for no other reason than to spite them, because the fact that it's not doing well gives them validation that they're right, and you know they can insult her appearance and they can get away with it the next time, and you know it's fine. It's the right thing to do. It's super super disgusting, and I was almost like offline all week. I was just like, I don't want to have anything to do with this shit. It's awful.
The worm is gonna turn with the current culture, and a lot of people are gonna have a lot of shit to fucking answer for. Yeah. Like I said, I know that they talked about like, oh, you know, Paramount's big fans of what we're doing. I don't trust shit they say about like I hope they don't cancel that Absolute Batman series. They're idiots if they fucking do.
Right.
But I don't know. This movie not doing well probably doesn't bode well for the whole thing. And I've seen the sentiment that like we'll see what actually comes out after that second Superman movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like absent a WB Paramount merger, there might be a little bit more of like well, this didn't go so well, but you know, you're not going to hit a home run every time. I feel like the idea from Paramount is probably going to be like we have to recoup our money as quickly as possible, even though like they have fucking Saudi money, so who gives a shit?
Right.
I guess. There's so much stuff I don't have confidence in. Like, not even like Mortal Kombat getting a movie sequel. What the fuck do those video games look like under Paramount?
I have no idea. I think I said it before, but I kind of want them just reboot it again because like I don't think one really, you know, leaves off at a good spot. So it's
nobody was happy with that game that I saw.
No. It's like, what do you do as a sequel to that? I don't know. I really don't know.
I think if they reboot again, though, they run the risk of pissing people off. But it is absolutely the reboot it and have Ed Boon nowhere fucking near it.
You know what? If they don't make a sequel to Mortal Kombat 2, the movie, just continue that in the video games. Because honestly, the stories, I would be more interested in seeing that continue than Mortal Kombat 1.
And like
Which,
clearly Paramount's pouring a bunch of money into their game studio because
yeah.
they're giving Platinum who knows how fucking much money to do that last Ronin game.
And what do they do with WB Games? Is like, does that just cease to exist and it's just Paramount Games now, or?
I would imagine it just gets absorbed.
Mm.
Well, here's a thing I haven't thought about. Does Paramount jettison NetherRealm and just decide we can go get a Japanese developer to make Mortal Kombat? If so, what the fuck does that look like?
That would be. That feels scary. Like, not that
I want Arc System Works Mortal Kombat. That's what I'm trying to say.
I would hate to see like the. I know like obviously one was a misfire, but I would hate to see like the NetherRealm people just like disband because there's some people that have been working there for a long time, and it'd just be sad to like lose that part of gaming history, I guess you could say. But I
My
don't know.
counterpoint is some of those people clearly don't give a shit anymore.
You see, Ed Boon was a producer on the movie, and that turned out way better than Mortal Kombat 1. So
It was probably just people get labeled as like Kevin Feige's listed as executive producer on X-Men 97. He had nothing to do with that shit.
well, I know for one thing, like the writer said he asked them like, "What stages would you put in the movie?" I was like, "What ideas do you have?" So I think that's where like the Deadpool came from, and the pit. Although the pit in the movie isn't really the pit at all.
I'm just saying I'm not going to give Ed Boon credit for anything at this point because we've seen what the shit he actually has control over looks like,
Yeah,
and he's not had a single like Deadly Alliance was a great fucking idea. It was a great concept. Everything after that has been doo doo. I love MK9, and I never gave it much thought until somebody was like, "Yeah, don't you think that one scene where Sindel kills like fucking all of the like heroes? Don't you think that's a little stupid?" And it's like, yeah, that was pretty dumb. That was pretty fucking
it
dumb.
it's funny because in the movie she's the complete opposite. She goes down quite easy, but
I think
yeah,
if the idea was like all of those heroes are dead, and then Liu Kang and Katana join them, and fucking like the whole thing at the end of MKX, where it's like Raiden shows up in the Netherrealm with Shinnok's severed head, and he's like, "Yeah, Shinnok can't die, but check this out. Yeah, their fate's worse than death. Why don't y'all fuck with me? Try that shit again."
mm,
MK11 should have just been all of the heroes that died in MK9 with Katana and Liu Kang leading versus Raiden and the fucking combat kids. But no,
I
we've
didn't.
got to do timeline bullshit. It's fucking stupid.
Well, I think the thing was with MK11, and I like that game overall. I just like I like the pieces and like the outfits and stuff that you could do. I think was really neat. Um, but that should have been the end of the timeline stuff. Like it should have just been that game. But then the fact that one was supposed to be like a restart, but they also included all the timeline bullshit. I was like, oh come on,
The
like
fucking multiverse, the Avengers assemble scene
it's
on the fucking Battle of Armageddon.
yeah, it's like why are we still doing this? It's not
Because
working
Ed
now.
Boon only watches fucking Marvel movies, dog.
Yeah, he's chasing after the wrong IP.
Like, here's the thing Mortal Kombat works best when it's at least rooted some way in like old kung fu movies.
Right.
Mortal Kombat does not work as like a superhero movie. That in to try to make it that completely misses the fucking point. They're not superheroes. They're martial artists with fucking supernatural abilities. Big difference. And
Yeah.
like I hate what these games have become, especially because 9 set up a somewhat interesting direction. And they like 10 with or X, whatever you want to call it, the least interesting fucking take you could have ever done with Shinnok. Really with everybody in that game. And then like 11 could have been the Netherrealm invasion and Raiden being like, "Ah, fuck, we got to figure this out," and going to like Fornica to be like, "Hey, can you just like do a little rewind real quick? I'm trying to see something." And then it becomes everybody against her because she's like, "No, you guys have fucking You guys fucked everything up. I'm taking this back to 0, and they got to stop her. You
Mm.
could do that, but that's not what they fucking did. They were like, oh, here's fucking evil Liu Kang and good Liu Kang at the same time, and here's fucking old Raiden and new Raiden at the same fucking time. And I was just like, I got halfway through that story mode, and I remember I was in a Discord call with somebody I worked with at the time, and I'm like, you know what, man? I'm not entirely sure why the fuck I'm supposed to care about any of this shit. I did like 11 on a gameplay level, though. I played a ton of that online. Like, it was great.
Yeah.
But
well, the problem with 1 was that the story wasn't there, and the gameplay wasn't really there either. Like,
no, because they did like halfway like a tag fighting game, but they didn't want to do a tag fighting.
Yeah, but it also wasn't like remember the island and remember like the crypt and all this like extra Mortal Kombat stuff was all gone. Like, there's nothing to that as far as like features go. It's just it feels so empty. It feels like it could have been a mobile game.
There was like that one mode that seemed kind of interesting, but they basically didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, like the board game type thing.
Yeah, it had like an overworld map. I remember thinking that could have been cool, and then I played it for like 5 minutes and was like, oh, fuck this.
I played it for quite a bit, and I was like, oh, this is just really repetitive. I don't want to do it anymore. So yeah, I don't know. The rumor still is that their next game is going to be, if not Uncharted 3, then a DC fighting game. I don't. So that's the Uncharted. Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Injustice 3. I really don't want to see Injustice 3 because, that I think that story is like part of an old era that I don't want to go back to. I don't want to see evil Superman and all that bullshit anymore. And
apparently the idea is that Injustice is just the brand name, and it might not be like if they do another fighting game, it might just be like Injustice is the name and it's just a regular DC fighting game.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I mean, yeah, I don't want the evil. I don't want that. Had a lot of like multiverse stuff too, and I don't want that. I just want like a straight up DC game.
You know what we need for DC fighting games?
What's that?
Either commission Arc System Works or wait for the Invincible Versus team to be done and just do a fucking DC Marvel versus Capcom clone.
Yeah.
Why does this company always miss like the easiest fucking layups? Cosmic Invasion comes out and nobody at WB is like, hey, why don't we could do that? We easily do that. Nobody wants to do it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they miss. Excuse me, they miss a lot of opportunities. I mean, I think the problem too is that they were so focused on like doing what they saw as big budget, huge games that they never thought about. Like, they never really cared about the smaller stuff. But the smaller stuff a lot of the time is like the most fun stuff. So, yeah.
It's also the cheapest, takes the least amount of time to develop, and has the easiest path to making its money back too.
Yeah, exactly. They really should have like a 2D beat 'em up. It's crazy that they don't.
And, there's a growing sentiment that people want like a Marvel Ultimate Alliance type game again.
Mm-hmm.
You got the goddamn Justice League.
I mean, hell, they can do a shit ton of stuff with that license that they haven't really tapped into. There's like also all sorts of shit you could do.
They're still super protective of the IP, which is so weird because like let's be perfectly honest here. The DC games, if you want to talk about great ones, it really is like the Arkham games and like the Batman Task games and like Batman 89. And then everything else is either like ranges from good to like Jesus, this fucking sucks. And it's such a weird contrast to Marvel, who like, oh, you want to make a game, here's a license, do whatever the fuck you want. And the end result is like you get that mid 2000s period where there's like a million good Marvel games, and it's just like Batman movie adaptation, Justice League Heroes. It's like it.
Or even the Bold game was alright on the 3DS
DS?
and the Wii. Yeah. No, you're right. Like it'll be interesting to see, what Paramount does as far as games is, because I think they've taken a right step, obviously, with the first Ronin or last Ronin. My God, where's my head today? But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with DC. Like again, there's like just a shit ton of ideas that you could throw out there, but we'll see what happens.
Also, I hate that I still have the habit of checking the Observer website every day because goddamn everything on here is just AI slop.
Oh, I haven't gone to the website in forever.
Yeah, there's the one person who posts like 9 articles, and it's like Shonak Chakrabarti or whatever. This shit is clearly AI. How the fuck they're letting that go on the Observer site? I guess technically it's Figure 4 Weekly. Brian Alvarez carries an idiot, but like, goddamn, man, the standards are so low.
It's sad from two people who actually, wrote for a living to see like all that AI bullshit all over their website. It's really sad.
Yeah, I've also been told that Dave has fucking argued with Grok multiple times on Twitter,
Probably.
and like, come on, Dave. Like, Dave's a fucking doofus. He doesn't have to be that much. Also, before we talk action figures, I'm going to do my weekly check in the WWE Vault at 9 a.m. to see what the fuck's going on. Okay. I hate seeing fucking. Why are they showing me fucking YouTube shorts? God damn it. So they put up Dusty and Honky Tonk Man at 7 o'clock from SummerSlam 89. They've not uploaded a Coliseum video.
Okay. Well,
I'm guessing it's going to be another best of the WWF tape, which, yeah, that's cool for quality upgrade purposes. They did drop that Shawn Michaels comp that had a ton of like AWA stuff on it that I don't think maybe one of those matches was on the network, but like the one against like Adonis and Bob Orton certainly wasn't.
Speaking
and there's also like I don't know if it's the full match, but there's like a decent amount of footage of the Buddy Landell Shawn Michaels match from Smoky Mountain that doesn't have like the work print like watermark on the bottom of the screen. And it's so weird seeing that match in like that quality.
I saw somebody had those ROH high impact TVs from 2002. Did ROH never release that stuff?
So a few of them got released when they did the ROH remastered DVDs for like the O2 era shows. But on the whole, like, no, most of that stuff I just presume to be lost. I did find somebody who has ROH on HDNet in HD, so that's cool. It's not the whole run in earnest. It's about like a year and change of the run, but yeah.
Speaking of uploads, there might be.
It's going to cost me a lot of fucking money, but
there might be some. Someone might be slowly uploading some New Japan '97 on archive.org.
Baller.
By the way, that site has really shit the bed. I don't know if it's just me, but like, I was trying to download some UWFI, and I was getting some like, it can't be downloaded because of metadata or something like that. And I was like, what? Like, what's going on? And like, I feel like every time you try to download a torrent, it gets stuck at like 95%. Like, just like nothing will complete unless you just download it straight off the website. And sometimes those files are in lower quality. So yeah, archive.org is like really shitty now, unfortunately.
Just search. Okay, what is this about donating to the Internet Archive? I will consider this at some point in my life, just not today.
They shouldn't need to ask for money.
Well, when you're constantly being fucking attacked by Republicans who have backers that want your shit to fucking disappear, I get it.
Yeah, there just should be someone with a lot of money that's like a fan of that website and be like, here you go.
That would be ideal.
Yeah.
So let's grab that February 97 because I have this on a disc somewhere.
So some of those uploads have like 2 video files. It's just the titles are just copied from K Barada. So like if K Barada's got like TV number 5, but it's got like 2 episodes in it, that's just the way it is on the archive.
Understandable. I threw out the deal on Crazy Max and somebody actually got back to me, and I thought I wasn't going to find anybody, and it's not the whole run. The first couple of episodes are standard def, which the bulk of it being 720 to 1080. That's what I care about. That's that shit I want.
Mm-hmm.
So But frustratingly, the HD stuff cuts off right before you get like the Davey Richards, Tyler Black, like the final match with those two where Davey beats him.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of sucks. But like Wolves versus Steen and Generico, if I get that in 720p, I'm happy. If I get the Eddie and Davey match in 720p, I'm happy. Whatever. It's just if we're not able to get the full episodes through legal means, I'm going to find other ways. There's no way around it. I like watching old ROH. Oh, I made an order from Toukon. And by the way, I talked about the new customs process last week. Apparently, it is not as cut and dry as I have been led to believe because I did some more due diligence. People were sending emails. Near as I can figure, this probably, if you're importing like DVDs and stuff, this might not affect you as much. But this is going to fuck over everybody importing action figures. Because if they don't have the correct codes and they don't file, I guess, electronically a certain way, your shit has like a 95% chance of getting seized.
Yeah.
Like, apparently it may not be enough to put like, this isn't a doll. Like, it has to be specifically stated like this item is for like a certain age group, or it will just be yanked and tested. Which I know this has happened for decades. It's always been part of the customs process, but it seems like in the name of quote unquote streamlining the process, they're just making it fucking worse.
That's sort of the way it is now, isn't it?
Yeah. I did order from Toukon, like I said. So I found out there's these Noah Battle Revolution DVDs that are basically like year-end like recap DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
And I know what you're thinking. Why wouldn't I just watch the full matches? Well, sometimes I just want to sit down and stare at my TV and not see the same thing for 35 minutes. So I found out they did them for like 2000, actually, because I saw the cover for the 2001, up until 08. I got 02, the one that covers the second half of 03, and then they did a 2-disc one for 04. In the 2-disc one for 04 is like the sickest fucking cover. It's Kobashi standing on the stage at the Dome. It's such a cool picture. I also got ticket stubs for the January 22, 2006 Budokan show, which is where Akiyama beats Taue for the GHC title. Kenta and Marufuji have the junior title classic 9 months before they have the heavyweight title classic. Also, Kobashi teams with Izumida against Rikio and Akebono. Great fucking match. And then I got the ticket stub for the April 23rd, 2006 show, which is headlined by Jun Akiyama defending the GHC championship against Masao Inoue. I'm not going to convince anybody that's like the biggest match ever or the greatest match ever, but you book Masao Inoue in a Budokan main event, motherfucker, I will watch. I'm still... Oh, go on.
I wanted to see just how much it was, and I added like one ticket stub, and I can't remember what the price was. I sent it to you. It was like ridiculous.
Shipping's always been expensive on Toukon. It's brutal.
It's like I was actually looking at the book, the video games that weren't about like games that weren't released and cancelled and shit like that. And I think it was like 60 something Canadian. And when I added it to the cart, it came to $98. And I was like, oh, so much for that.
I really do like those Battle Revolution DVDs. I'm just looking. They have, and I've never seen this, but there's like a New Japan best of like 96 to 2001 DVD set that came out. And I went on the New Japan DVD website, as you do if you're trying to find out anything about their DVD releases. And you know what's really fucked up? That's not on there.
Yeah.
Their release list on that website is it's a lot like the IWGP Complete box in that it's not fucking complete at all. And I also apparently have forgotten how to use Translate because I just put the English in the Japanese box and was confused as to why it was showing English in both boxes.
You need a badass Translate trade. That's the problem.
Well, I can't get fucking not Taue, Jesus Christ. I'm looking at a picture of him. I can't get Taiokeia on the horn anymore because I don't know if we're still friends on Facebook.
Oh,
Okay, I did not want to search for the best of the fucking Super Juniors. That's kind of
hey,
it's
that's
kind of
okay.
not what I was looking for here. All right, we're just gonna search best of '96 to 2001. We're gonna see what the fuck.
I feel like New Japan's website has always been kind of shitty, even in like the late 90s.
I remember when I first discovered that website in like 2004. It was a real son of a bitch to navigate back then.
It's always funny to see like some of like the profile pictures with the like gray bluish background they had from like '99. When you see that on Google and stuff, it's like, hey, I remember that stuff. I used to be on their website.
Okay, so it's '96 to 2000. Oh, it was released in '01. That's why I thought it was '01. My bad.
Hmm.
Did not mean to misrepresent. I did not mean to be intentionally deceitful. So it's two, four. It's 6 discs because they were so high on the year 2000. They dedicated 2 discs to it.
'99 is just all Onita.
The covers are really cool because it's like a straight up white background. It says like best bouts of insert year, lion mark in the bottom right, and then just like a little headshot of somebody. So like '96 is Inoki, '97's Choshu, '98's Muto, '99's Chono. There's a fucking glare on '99, so I don't know who that is. Like it's literally right over their face in the picture on Amazon. And the 2000 part one covers the one with the glare. The 2000 part two cover is just completely fucking covered.
Like '96 is them killing UWFI. '97's them killing Big Japan.
That's like one of the funnier Tokyo Dome. Um, like just we're gonna we need somebody to bring in for this. I know. Let's go get Big Japan and let's just fucking big dog them.
Yeah, that was some wild shit.
Totocon doesn't even have any fucking information on this. I
Maybe
guess
it's
no.
not real.
Oh, hold on. There's a match listing on this fucking thing. There's a booklet
Uh-oh.
included. Uh, well, I can tell you right now, like none of the Big Japan stuff from the Dome made it into this.
Ah.
What do you mean Yamazaki and Hashimoto's not on this fucking DVD?
I think their idea of what's the best doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't like agree with what other people might think is the best. Is there any
What
Onita
a
on
bunch of
there?
honky ass fucking bullshit. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the 97 flyer thing right now. Okay, there's no way this is complete. There are like 77 matches for 1996.
Oh no.
98. 98 we got exactly 40.
'97 would have had. Was Battle Formation '96 or '97? '97?
They did it both
96?
years.
Okay.
Because 96 is the Takada Hashimoto match, 97 is Hashimoto Ogawa.
Ah, right, okay.
Okay, let me go find the. Let's see how much Onita's on this motherfucker. Okay, I thought that was Onita. I had to look that up. I'm sorry. So it looks like, God damn it! I clicked on 97 again. Well, one of the picture for 99 in the booklet is Muda and Onita. And as I look here at
I love that match, but as like a best of, it's not, a legitimate great match.
Onita and Kensuke from the Dome is on here.
Also,
Uh,
it's not the best of.
Onita Chono is on here.
Neither is that. I told
It's
you
the
this is just like the Barry of Onita.
there's a 6-man tag with him in it from my birthday in '99. What the fuck is this match?
That's probably is that the one where he spits the mist into Muto's face, setting up the Muta versus
Uh,
Nita.
let me see who's in the match. Summer Struggle '99.
It was a struggle.
It's Chono, Onita, and Akira versus Muto, Tenzan, and Hirosa. What a fucking match!
Yeah, I think that's it.
We had Ming and Tenyu versus Kojima and Scott Norton. They were booking
cool.
some real shit. Fucking.
I'd
Okay,
watch that.
so
That sounds cool.
the 2000 discs or the 2000 shows end with Do Judge at the Tokyo Dome.
Okay.
I don't think there's a shot in hell that anything on either of these discs is complete, but that's an interesting set. I'm not paying the fucking money that. Yeah, $287, not for a bunch of incomplete matches. Get back.
I specifically remember the dude judge name because I was like, what the hell does that mean?
It means I don't know. Oh, I
Yeah,
remember this complete history of New Japan box set. I remember somebody on like one of the figure boards had this, and I was like, "How do you get DVDs from Japan?"
how do you do a complete history of a company that's still alive?
It's 72 to 02.
So it died with Inokiism.
Well, I mean, they did like
Just kidding.
I know, but there's like a fucking complete history of the history of the WWE title that came out in like 06.
Yeah.
That was a cool DVD. There were some 80s matches we finally got on DVD through that, and then they re-released them a fucking million times. Oh yeah, wrestling figure news. My bad. Why are people fucking texting me? Leave me alone, bro. Oh, okay, well that meme was funny. I don't be too mad about that. So I saw the Epic put up the Nasty Boys.
Mhm.
That's cool, I guess.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I
Yeah.
I think they look good. I can't spend money right now.
What else did we have?
Are they still doing the magnetized heads?
I don't know, to be honest.
Because the Nasties come with alternate heads.
And then I guess so, right?
I just those sound like a really good idea, but like long term, they're fucking not, man. Just like every other toy company on the face of the earth that does like alternate heads does like just swappable like peg in the joint.
Yeah, I don't
These Nasties
know
are
if,
really good though.
yeah, I don't know if they actually are magnets or not. Maybe they have found a way to do it
I'm
properly.
gonna take yeah, swappable magnetic heads. That's so
Right.
dumb. The magnets will lose strength over time. What do you have?
Yeah, but you can put like Axe and Smash on them, and then you've got the
Unless the magnet that holds the head in is the one that went fucking dull, then you don't got shit. You got super glue that stuff on.
yeah, but don't I want the demo boys, that'd be fun. I mean, yeah, they look good, but like, yeah, the magnets, I don't get it.
We saw the Stallone shop posted the Rocky Big Rubber Guys thing, and apparently their initial post featured a burial of like the Big Rubber Guys.
Oh, what did that say?
Like these are gonna blow away anything you've ever seen in this style, and I guess Matt Cardona told them to check their DMs.
Hmm.
I I think these look cool. Like they look really nice. They're we don't know if these are actual LJN scale, right?
Uh, I don't know. I don't think so.
I yeah, there's nobody like actually asking for clarification on these.
I think there's me burying Stallone in the comments unless they've removed it.
I think the Clubber Lang looks really cool. The Carl Weathers one's good. The Rocky 4 Rocky doesn't really even look that much like Stallone.
Hmm.
Drago looks good. My thing is if I really wanted to collect Rocky figures, I probably would just get in my bag and buy the High Toys ones, even though they're like insanely expensive.
I'm just so down on Stallone now that I just looked at them and I was like, at some point I would have probably had some interest, but now I'm just, I don't really care.
Well, you know what they say: rules and regulations have no meaning anymore.
True.
I like that song. I like that song a lot. Um, God, these figures are 130 on Big Bad with a $13 non-refundable
Ooh.
fucking down payment.
Oof.
Yeah, I would have to be really selective about which. And also, Drago's sold out, and he's like the fucking one I'd want the most.
Mm.
I like that they did Rocky from Rocky 1 and Rocky 3 and Rocky 4, but they, to my knowledge, looking at this, they've not shown Rocky 2. And the Rocky 3 figure is interesting because I think he has like both like the workout gear and the shit he's wearing, uh, like the gold gear.
Yeah.
God, these are so fucking cool.
You think WWE would have done like a WrestleMania 1, LGN, Mr. T?
Yeah, so have you seen that apparently like the Jelly Roll figure might not be coming now?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, fuck him.
I thought I did see like a prototype of Pat McAfee though. Somewhere.
Oh my god, there's a Hot Toys Absolute Batman. Oh man, it's $400.
Are you gonna do it?
No. If
I
this
don't
were
know.
1/12 scale,
You
if
didn't
this were
sound very
1/12
convincing.
scale, the scale is the thing. Like it's 1/6. I have literally nowhere to put that.
Mm.
That's gonna be like a 14-inch tall figure. I have nowhere for it to go if I get it. Now, if it was like 6-inch scale, yeah, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
My bank account would be in pain. Also, I just scrolled down Instagram a little further. I completely forgot that Julia Hart existed.
Julia Hart?
Yeah, the girl that's in the group with Tekla and
Tekla.
Sky Blue.
Yeah, Tekla's the only one of that group that should really do promos because I saw them doing a promo on Collision and it was like, oof.
How many matches has Julia Hart had in the last like year?
I mean, she was in Blood and Guts, right?
So she's had 14 matches this year.
Oh.
It just feels like she's yeah, you know what, she worked a considerable amount last year relative to what I thought. Oh, right, she got hurt in 2024. I think that's why
Yeah.
she was gone for a minute. Yeah, like they're really bad about getting the younger talent in the ring, but it's nice to see, I guess, that she's
I think
actually being used.
a little bit of time in Stardom for her and Sky Blue, and if you put them with Hate, I think that would be very good for them.
I don't think the time in Stardom helped Anna Jay as much as people tried to pretend like
She
it
wasn't
did.
Yeah, she wasn't even really there that long. She was in the 5-star, but I mean,
Well,
at least let
remember the
them
Will
go.
Ospreay tweet where he's like, "Oh, bro, I've noticed she's her footwork has improved." Like, fuck off.
I would say at least let them go and then evaluate them when they come back to see how they are. But I guess Xena's probably going to AAA, and she's really good. So
I do wonder how long some of the like pandemic babies that AEW has are gonna like kick around. Because there's the whole thing recently, remember, where I guess Anna Jay's contract was up or whatever, and it got reported on, and she and Jungle Jack shit on SRS on her
yeah,
live stream for it.
or at least I know
It's
that
also very
he
it's
said
also
fuck
very funny for
SRS.
yeah, here's the thing. It's very funny that somebody who's as terminally like connected to people that talk to the newsletters as he is,
Hmm.
like hates the newsletters. Like, yeah, your best buddies are like on the horn to Dave every time somebody says something mean about them. But it's fuck SRS. Okay, I mean I get it. SRS is a dork. But yeah. But like I look at it like, how much longer are they going to try with Sammy Guevara? How much longer are they going to try with Ty Mello? How much longer are they going to try with Anthony? How much longer are they going to try with like the fucking Acclaimed? Honestly, I know they're not the Acclaimed anymore, but like Max Caster is never going to get better. That's not going to happen. Anthony Bowens is better off now than he was, but he's still not great.
I mean, there's so many people that they've had since the pandemic. I can't even remember his name, but the boxer that Cody wrestled.
Oh, Anthony Ogogo. He's in like Shane Taylor Promotions or some shit.
Yeah, and I mean, what's that going to do for him? You know, it's like I don't know what the point is. Or like Nick Caramoto.
Camarado.
Yeah,
I think he's gone now.
I thought he was gone too, but I could have sworn I saw his name recently on a ROH taping.
I thought he was gone. That's fucked up. Yeah, there's like, I get that, like, to an extent, Tony just likes, having people on the payroll and like helping people out and shit. After a certain point, man, you're just paying people that aren't fucking actually actively contributing anything.
And it's also, it frustrates a lot of people because they actually want to, and they don't get the matches all the time. People sit out for months.
And that's also the other thing is like, well, these people want to wrestle. Like Dave was like, oh, there's people just sitting at home like a year or two ago. Buddy, fucking reach out to like DeFi or fucking just any independent promotion.
Yeah.
Like, I get nobody wants to get hurt, and then Tony's like, well, I was going to bring you to TV, which is, I don't know that that's happened, but it would be really fucking shitty if it had. But it's like, you hear about how much these people want to wrestle, but then none of them take indie bookings. Like, you could have a match that catches on the indies, and all of a sudden, like, they want to bring you to TV and do something with you. It's a weird thing. And also, speaking of wrestling promotions, I don't really watch right now, and never intend to again in this case. I guess fucking Sami Zayn won the title in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't even know they were having a show in Saudi Arabia. And then I thought he had turned heel, and I don't know if he has or he hasn't. I have no idea.
I didn't know they had a show in Saudi until one of my friends was like, Generico's the WWE champion. God bless. And I was like, he's what? They did what with El Generico?
It seemed like they were setting him up for like a babyface run, like was it last year, as to like go in the Rumble and possibly win the title at some point, and then they just dropped it. And last I saw, he was doing that gingerbread man bullshit, and now he's a world champion. Okay, whatever.
Oh, Best of the WWF Volume 12 hit YouTube today. I don't know if it's actually the complete tape.
Okay.
It's an hour and 16 minutes, so I'm going to assume some shit back. Apparently, you get George Steele versus Paul Orndorff, which I don't know what fucking Paul Orndorff did to deserve that necessarily.
Yeah, that sounds tremendous.
God, George Steele sucked. I've heard like pre-Green Tongue Animal, like 70s George Steele might be okay. Here's my thing: I'm not fucking watching it.
No.
You tell me whatever the fuck you want. I'm not watching it. Okay. Oh, I watched the Katsuhiko Nakajima produced show from like May 31st because that went up recently.
Mm-hmm.
And very much enjoyed that show. Did you know Mitsuya Nagai has a son that's wrestling?
No, I did not.
Yeah, he was in the opener on that show. He's pretty good. Daisuke Sekimoto is like clearly off the fucking steroids. Like, I was watching him and I'm like, this dude's not on the shit anymore. So it's okay though, because he wrestled Quiet Storm, and Quiet Storm was on enough for both of them and like half the card also.
So is Sekimoto like soft BG now? Or?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
He can no longer wear the I'm Hard shirt.
Oh, that's a shame. I'm Flaccid is a good idea for a shirt.
Good match. The main event was like 28 minutes. It was Nakajima and New Hayabusa against Yuko Miyamoto and Masato Tanaka. The worst match on the show was Masakatsu Funaki and somebody whose name I don't remember against Shuji Kondo and Brother Yashi. That match was awful, and I completely blame Brother Yashi.
God, I saw him somewhere recently, and I was like, oh wait, he's still around. Like I feel like I haven't heard his name in a long time.
Well, you just heard it, and I'm here to tell you I'm starting to reevaluate how much I actually liked the Voodoo Murders in high school.
Does he still like bite people in the dick?
He did a double dick claw move, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It also, like, Kondo just looks so fucking old facially now.
Hmm.
That's kind of depressing, because
Well, he went through a lot.
I remember when that dude was, like, holding it the fuck down in the All Japan Juniors division.
Yeah.
And now it's like, damn, bro. He looks old. Because he is old. So am I. It's fucked up. Oh, I forgot to check and see what was on that Stan Hansen special that G Plus was airing. Because I guess so. They had All Japan Classics, right?
Yeah.
And then that became Pro Wrest Classics Tradition, which became Pro Wrest Classics Deluxe. But it doesn't look like they have any new episodes coming. And the most recent episode was just a Stan Hansen special. So I don't know if that means they're sunsetting, All Japan Classics. They don't even have a listing for that Hansen special. It airs in 2 days.
I saw he was in Japan recently having dinner with Kobashi, both their families together. That was a nice thing to see.
Oh my god, they re-aired Jumbo and Cactus Jack. Yeah, you ever read McFoley's book?
A long time ago.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of nice things to say because Jumbo, against a guy who, with all due respect, it was his first fucking tour of All Japan, and he had no reason to fucking put that guy over and make him look good at all. He was mad that Jumbo didn't do shit for him. Like, I'm sorry, Mick. Like, you're one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. What should Jumbo Tsuruta have fucking done for you, bud?
Yeah, that's, I don't know. It's weird to
Should
say.
have gone out and dropped himself on his fucking head for you? Like, what the fuck? I forgot that I ripped the Akiyama Funaki title change off of YouTube in high def. This was a match that took place during that ProRes footage drought, and the only version of this that surfaced was on like Daily Motion or some shit. It was like just butthole quality. And then through the power of Dan Gennady, who got the All Japan Complete File 2012 DVD, I bought that from him, ripped it, and sent it to a bunch of people. And now I just have the commercial release of that stuff myself. Love that match. 4 minutes, 26 seconds. High kick, hybrid blaster, new champion.
Mm.
God bless Masakatsu Funaki. He was pretty great. He's still pretty good. Honestly, still pretty good. They have Wrestle One on the Go YouTube page. Do they have Stack of Arms versus Light Number 7? Wait, is that fucking Osaka Pro? What the fuck?
You don't really get a lot of Osaka.
Huh?
There's not really a lot of like classic Osaka Pro, I don't feel, online.
No. You know what's weird? I got some Noah Blu-rays from Dan Gennady that have Osaka Pro shows on the same disc.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I've ever heard anybody mentioning that there exist high def O Pro shows.
No,
But
I've
I
never heard
have.
of that.
I have no way to rip them because like I don't have a Blu-ray drive, but like there's like 2000s Osaka Pro on the Gaora Sports YouTube channel.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I was always a big fan of Super Dolphin.
Yeah, Super Delphin ruled. That one match where he had like the hybrid Liger costume on, and Liger was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. It's time to die."
Yeah.
Oh, there's I'm looking at the Wrestle One playlist right now. There's a couple of Hana Kimura matches on.
Yeah. I forgot that she was working with them.
God, they picked like the most just asshole Wrestle One stuff to put up here.
It's a weird promotion.
Yeah, I just. They did put up Laughter 7 and Stack of Arms.
Oh, nice.
Katsuyori Shibata and Masakatsu Funaki engage in a fierce fight with a shocking headbutt. It's a great video title. Very, very succinct, very to the point. We talked about it last week, but like early like Wrestle 1 2.0 is such a fucking weird thing.
And the whole thing is kind of weird. It's, I mean, the way it started out, like the Muto ending with All Japan, and I don't know. I think looking back, it just seemed destined to fail.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it's crazy All Japan survived to mass exodus of the talent, and it's doing better, one could argue, than both of the companies that spawned from it. No, I'm sorry, it survived 3 because SWS.
Yeah, I think it would have been cool if like the concept of not the original Wrestle One shows, but the tournament idea. I think if Wrestle One was just like a tournament like every year or something with wrestlers from different promotions, that'd have been hella cool.
Yeah. I I like the idea of like Dream Stage Entertainment saying fuck it, we're gonna pair with All Japan to do a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And I like the that Wrestle One Grand Prix they did no 5 they gave us Akiyama and Shibata. That's a great match.
Yeah, it was a fun tournament. I just think if they did that, just those special shows would have been a sort of like your Pride GP, but it's just wrestling every year. It would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah. I need to dig out the old Pride DVDs again. I've been meaning to rewatch the '03 Grand Prix because those two shows are fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, you get that asshole Damon the Dog Perry on commentary, and he's fucking insufferable. He knows nothing.
you could get the Japanese
But
versions.
I could. I think I have the Japanese versions, actually. I think I got like a Pride Complete Blu-ray set like years ago that has the Japanese DVDs too.
I have like all the shows they released in America. Well, do you know what was Pride the best? Was that just like a compilation or?
Yes.
Okay, because I think I was looking at like events and stuff, and I noticed I was like, oh, I don't have this, but I guess that makes sense if that's all it was.
I think I'm like reasonably certain that's what it was.
Okay,
I'm trying to see if Gaora Sports uploaded the Tenzan Kawada match from 2004 because a quality upgrade on that would be lovely.
I feel like there was some weird stuff with the Pride sets because I think there was like at least one event that had 2 discs, but then you got it in the volume sets, and there was only 1 disc for the event in that set, if I remember correctly. There was also some volumes where they would skip like a show.
Because those would
So
get like deluxe releases, like the show with Fry and Shamrock, or like
yeah,
the show where Sakuraba beats Henzo. Yeah.
it's insane. Like I think I mentioned it before, but like going into a grocery store and like finding those for like $5 each, getting like the GP Steelbook and all this shit, and just like being such a Pride fan just blew my mind.
I got the 2000 GP, the Steelbook, at Kmart like right after Christmas in 2011. It was $5. It was awesome.
Yeah, they were
I
selling them
got
all off.
I got that, the Defining Moments Survivor Series 96 Undertaker, and the Legend series that had the two Kerry Von Erichs, the Kevin, the Warrior from Mania 6, and Eddie from No Way Out 04.
Nice.
Because the Legends figures were $750 each, so it was like $38 basically for the set. The Taker figure was like $6. The Pride DVD was $5. We didn't even grab a car. I just carried the whole fucking thing up to the register with a shit eating grin that night. I was like, yeah, today's pretty fucking okay.
When when we went to the IMAX on Wednesday, I went to the Walmart there and ended up getting the Yokozuna E Honda, which is cool. They had like the SummerSlam Austin and Triple H and like a few others, and I could just imagine
Oh,
that
you like the Triple H there?
yeah, with like the like the silver shirt.
Yeah, I'm just shocked you left it there.
Why is that?
I just thought that was your guy.
Yeah, well, yeah, him and Joe Hendry.
Oh, jeez.
It's so funny because like I could go. There's two Walmarts here. I could go to both of them, and I guarantee you they will have nothing. But this store, like this Walmart, like an hour and a half away, had something that I was interested in. It's the same thing. We went to the EB as well, and they had like Johnny Cage and Ermac and a few of the Mortal Kombat ones, and they had like Supergirl and stuff. And I was like, God damn it! About ours has nothing in stock right now.
Our Walmart's fucking completely devoid of shit. Honestly,
Yeah.
I walk in there and it's like, damn. Apparently, Mance Warner tweeted because I just got sent this. Anytime I hear Gabe Kidd talk, I want to punch him in his fucking face.
I can't blame him there.
Yeah, I read the excerpts of the interview, and it's like I don't know what the end game is, but if I'm New Japan, having guys that left our company talk about how much our company fucking sucks now because they're not in it, that probably should just culminate with these guys all getting the shit kicked out of them and then never getting brought back.
Yeah, I don't know what the end game of it is either. It almost feels like there is none.
Did you see the Swerve quote, by the way, where he's like, "Oh, New Japan doesn't really have anybody that's on the come up like Kevin Knight and Kyle Fletcher. Like, oh yeah, no, not Yota Tsuji or fucking Uemura or Umino or Hoiwa. They didn't just make a big fucking deal about Aaron Wolf's debut.
I know he
They
said
don't have
something.
anybody.
He said something about Stardom as well,
He said the same shit about Stardom.
which is absolutely not true. They literally just
It's so weird. Like, how are these motherfuckers allowed to just go out and say incredibly tone deaf shit about promotions AEW is partnered with?
like they literally just the last world champion was just someone that debuted in the past like few years, and they've got rookies in all the time, and they're constantly like building talent. So that's absolutely a bullshit statement.
It's one thing if you don't know, but to just say that shit, like,
So confidently,
no,
right?
yeah, like, and I saw people like, well, they're doing better than New Japan. Well, they also have like a $150 million TV rights deal. Let New Japan have that.
Yeah.
Get the same. Well, they're going to get the same treatment now from their TV partner because TV Asahi fucking owns them. But like, I don't know. Is All In going to draw 40,000 people paid?
No, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, we've been critical of New Japan in the past, and I think there is stuff they could do. Again, I brought it up so many
Agreed.
times, but like going to smaller independents and pulling from there. But like, I don't think somebody like Swiss has any idea what's going on in New Japan.
Absolutely not. Also, I think they do need to make more inroads again with like the sumo community and the judo community.
Yeah.
Like, not just because like the whole King of Sports thing, but like Kobashi was a judoka, Taue was a sumo, Rikio was a sumo.
Mm-hmm.
Hashimoto was a judoka, despite what Excalibur wanted to fuck. That shit pisses me off. I know I ranted about it at the time, like, oh, Shinya Hashimoto was a sumo wrestler. Why? Because he was fat. You get on your phone, look on Google. It takes 5 seconds. Goddamn judoka. But like, recruit these fucking guys. I mean, sumo might be difficult because those guys make a lot more money than New Japan's probably able to pay now. But like,
yeah,
well, maybe not. But like, there's no reason they can't recruit from like actual combat sports and the smaller independents. Like, who was it? Who's at the Left Dragon Gate recently? Was it Shun Skywalker?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's a cool name to pull. But like, can we maybe talked to Nagata about some of the smaller shows he's been working. Like, hey, is there anybody you think we can fucking pull? Can they finally go make Daichi Hashimoto a fucking offer, please?
But also, like, Nagata-san's like an amateur wrestler, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he was. Ooh, well, he was part of like the Bushiroad team, wasn't he? How does that work now?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
It's. I just AEW fans have this weird thing where they shut their brain off anytime there's any sort of nuanced discussion to be had. Because I saw like somebody posted the Yoda Tsuji match card from Forbidden Door 2024 when he was on the buy-in. Like, oh, he wasn't complaining then. He wasn't the IWGP champion, for one.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it's very obvious that was done as a work to explain why Tsuji's not on fucking Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
And people just get in their fucking feelings because any criticism of AEW is like domestic fucking terrorism to these people.
Yeah, it's very strange and
parasocial.
Yeah, Swerve's comments were just like, especially Stardom, like that doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't.
It would be like saying the same shit about fucking like CMLL. Like, just bury all of your fucking partners while you're at it. But also, there's probably a weird feeling in AEW that like, well, we'd rather go to CMLL because the buildings are full and blah 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 or whatever. And yeah, I guess they don't sell at Arena Mexico every week though. Sell it a lot though.
Yeah,
and I love CMLL. I'm not knocking them, but like the whole like we're gonna shit on our Japanese partners for no real obvious discernible reason. It's stupid.
It is very weird to seemingly have your head up your own ass like that for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see what that card for All In looks like because presumably Motor City Machine Guns are debuting on the Detroit show next month. Presumably Austin Creed and Kofi are showing up at Montreal next month. Like, what is? Oh God, does this mean they're gonna like figure out a way to get the tag belts to the Bucks as quickly as possible?
I mean, it seemed like they were setting up the Bucks and Cope and Christian, right?
Probably for oh, you know what? It's gonna end with the Bucks and Kenny with the world titles.
Probably.
Yeah, makes sense.
I figured
I saw the Kenny quote like, "This is the most interesting the world title has ever been in AEW." Notice.
I figured like they were setting up Young Bucks, FTR, and Cope and Christian for like a TLC, so they could have other teams, you know, do more crazy stuff than Cope and Christian, obviously, because they shouldn't be doing crazy shit.
No, they need to take ladder bumps. They need to prove they're really about this shit.
I'm sure they take a few, but like if you want somebody else to do like, you know, the more wilder shit, you know, it wouldn't be that.
No, I need Christian to go like straight from the top of the ladder to the floor.
Oh, so you just want him to
You got to prove you're really about this shit at that point. You know what I mean?
I wonder if they would have a Rhino run in to reference.
You know what? I was gonna say, if you're gonna fucking go that hard with the nostalgia pandering, you might as well.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy shitting on AEW this much, although I've done it a lot recently. I don't care that the fucking nonce enabler is about to be the champion. That actively makes me not watch the show.
It's pretty funny.
I saw he had like a fucking defense of it. It's like, you're just such a fucking loser, man.
It was pretty funny when he fell on Wednesday.
Oh, did he?
You didn't see that?
No, I don't have HBO Max.
There was like, I don't know if it was like a bathtub or something in the background, but it was like the Death Riders backstage, and you know, they're like pumping each other up like they do. And he went to lean on it, and he fell on the ground. And yeah.
Oh, okay. So we got to talk about this. Bubba Dudley called out Jon Moxley.
Oh God.
And it was the dumbest fucking shit because like, oh, it's all the work and like, no, man,
He said
it's not.
he said a sucker's born every minute, and it's like, well, that would make sense if there was a purpose to this. Like, what does it lead to? It led to nothing. Like,
Sorry, people talking loudly while I'm recording. But like, if Barnett responds, he's like, "Oh, I can kick your ass," which yeah, Josh Barnett would fuck up Ray Dudley up. That's obvious. That's
yeah,
yeah.
but it's like for what purpose did you even bother saying this for? Because you're not gonna appear on AEW, so why?
And you had all the people that were talking like Moxley's some legitimate badass, and people defending like, well, at least he competed in those jiu-jitsu tournaments and blah blah blah. Here's the thing. Wrestling fans are very easily duped. If you portray somebody like a tough guy on TV, they're going to think they're a tough guy in real life. The reality is John Moxley's not. He's not.
It doesn't even matter if he is or he isn't. It's just like
No,
it's a
but when the fans are like, "Oh, Moxley would kick Bubba's ass," like, why? Because he gets to tell Tony Khan, "I don't want to do jobs." He probably would, just to be fair, because Bubba Dudley can't fight. Everybody knows this. But
yeah,
like, who fucking cares?
it's like you got your little PR for reasons I don't understand. Like I don't.
It was to take the heat off of Tommy Dreamer. I'm telling you right now, Tommy Dreamer called that motherfucker on the phone and was like, "Hey, man,
Wasn't that Mickey James' job?
it didn't work."
It didn't work for anyone, I don't think.
No, it worked for Bubba because people stopped talking about Tommy. And there were people I saw, because, again, if somebody sends me a link, I just X cancel it. There are people in the fucking replies like, "Oh, yeah, Tommy Dreamer made a phone call to you, huh, buddy?"
Crying over the phone.
God, I hate Tommy Dreamer. I've always thought he sucked. Him being a piece of shit doesn't shock me. He's also, fat and not a good wrestler. He's one of the few guys in history that you can say that about. Like, how are you just a fat piece of shit but you can't work?
What a month for TNA, eh?
Oh yeah, I guess Slammiversary's today too, because I saw it
Happy
on the fucking Observer
Slammiversary.
site. I'm kind of shocked you didn't tell me, because I know
I
you're
didn't.
looking forward to the show.
Yeah, I'm right up on it. What's we've got Paparazzi Productions against LAX. I have no idea what the hell's going on over there.
I don't fucking know. The only TNA stuff I've interacted with recently was the Between the Sheets Patreon shows about them getting kicked the fuck off Spike TV in 2014. They're excellent, by the way. You should listen to those. $5 between patreon.com/between the sheets. I don't understand why people think that company is good. I don't understand why it still exists. I wish it would just go away.
Oh, it'll be like the cockroach. It'll be after all of us are gone.
It's going to be the fucking American version of Zero One.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's going to get floated by the mob eventually.
The Tennessee mob.
Oh no, I was making a joke about the Fertitas, because remember the
Oh,
report
okay.
from last August, Lorenzo
Yeah.
Fertitta was going to buy the company,
Yeah.
even though he's never had any interest in pro wrestling.
We'll get Megumi Kudo will buy it.
Well, I would be curious to see what she books.
Hayabusa against Suicide. Played
I think
by
we would get Hayabusa versus Moose.
Hayabusa versus Suicide, played by Bob Backlund.
Hayabusa versus Eddie Edwards would be something, just to say that Hayabusa versus Eddie Edwards happened.
Yeah.
Can we get that guy out of TNA? God damn it.
Yeah, he's going to Evolve next.
Don't say that about Eddie Edwards. That's no. No, you can't put that on Eddie. Eddie's never done anything to anybody that I'm aware of. I mean, I did see a video of him at a party in the UK like 15 years ago where he was running around with a t-shirt, tank top on that said "White Boy Wasted" on it. And I was like, yeah, that's my guy. That's my ROH World Champion. He might have had a lampshade on his head too in that video. Not gonna
Hmm.
say who stooged the video to me, but I was like, yeah, Eddie Edwards fucking rules. He also might have been doing karaoke.
He was doing a lot, sounds like.
Yeah, well, you get somebody all gimmicked up, and by gimmicked up I mean just I'm assuming he was drunk. I don't think Eddie Edwards does drink. But it was very funny to see that video because like the American Wolves didn't really show any personality on on ROH TV. And honestly, if you see the stuff Davey Richards did when they were like when him and Kyle teamed with fucking Joey Ryan and PWG, it's like, oh yeah, this is why nobody ever allowed Davey Richards to show personality.
Mm.
Because he doesn't really have any. He thinks like humping the air is like funny. And I
Random.
guess on some level, like that is funny to see him do it, but not really.
Yeah. Do you know when Tiger Mask 4 retirement matches are happening?
July 7th.
So it's him against Rocky as Black Tiger, and then him against Tony
Dynamite
Billington,
Kid.
right? Yeah, that's cool.
And I guess the idea is he's retiring because he needs back surgery,
Mm.
which kind of sucks.
Why isn't he wrestling the current Black Tiger?
Who the fuck knows, man?
I mean,
Honestly, I have no idea.
I know like him and Rocky had the feud as when Rocky was Black Tiger. It's just you'd think they'd take advantage of the current one, but I mean, it's cool that we're finally getting the Dynamite match after it didn't happen in GCW. I
Yeah,
know
thank God it didn't happen in New Jersey.
there's been talk of like someone taking over the Tiger Mask role, but I guess we'll see what happens. I mean, if there was a new Tiger Mask, do you call him Tiger Mask 5 when you had Minowa Man, or do you just ignore that?
I think you just call him Tiger Mask, honestly.
I guess that's always been the thing, right? Like, it's never really officially been Tiger Mask 2, 3, 4, 4. It's always just been like Tiger Mask.
Yeah, I think the Tiger Mask numbering thing is just like something fans do to
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
just
keep it
like,
in
yeah,
line.
they might call them like fourth generation and has the 4 on the mask, but when it comes to the actual wrestler, it's just Tiger Mask.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see the Dynamite Kid match. They only have 5-minute time limits, which I understand because
Yeah.
again, he needs fucking back surgery from trying to carry that juniors division for years when the bookers didn't so much care about it.
Why aren't you
And then he
like, why isn't Dynamite like over there for tours? I don't.
because you never know when Tony's going to need him for ROH tapings in Jacksonville, where they tape 47 matches in one taping, and none of them fucking mean anything.
Yeah, it's like I definitely send him over there.
There's zero reason for him to not have worked Best of Super Junior. Again, I know I say it all the time. Why can't Lee Moriarty work the G1 or BOSJ? Why, like, can Nick Wayne just fucking relocate to Japan for a couple of years if you're not going to fucking use him?
Yeah.
Like, they're wasting that kid. Like, he's going out. Oh, wow, they put up Great American Bash 92 on the WCW page. That's a good one. But, like, they're wasting these guys for no fucking reason. Like, what's the point?
Yeah, you
So
think that you
WWE can't have them?
like experience doesn't hurt, does it? It's like get them out there, let them do
No.
things.
Yeah, like, what the fuck, man? Um, Were there any other wrestling figure news this week? I feel like there. Oh, Jesus Christ! Jazzwares put up 2 Surfer Stings or Ringside put up 2 Surfer Stings.
That's right. Very cool.
I'm probably buying the orange attire one.
That's like Power Hour against Muta, right? Is that what that's?
Great American Bash '89 is what I saw
Ah,
people mentioning.
okay. I really want that one too.
That's the one I'm buying almost certainly. Oh my God, does this guy not have the Wolves versus Steen and Generico tables match? Oh, buddy, me and you are gonna have to have it out about these shows you're missing. Because what the fuck? I'm sorry. I started looking through the HDNet list again, and maybe I just can't read. Maybe that's the thing. But that Sting looks really good. There's the blue and orange Sting. That's basically a remake of the Jax one from 2010. If anybody
Yeah.
remembers the TNA Legends of the Ring line, um, not the ideal Sting for my collection. I think I'm probably just going to be okay having the orange one because I have the basic of that they did like years and fucking years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a great figure, I'm not gonna lie. So
No
having
like
an upgrade
entrance
that'll be,
jacket though, unfortunately, right?
unless it's soft goods, and let's be perfectly fucking honest with ourselves here, that shit.
Yeah.
They're not gonna fucking do that. Um what the hell? I'm sorry, my laptop just went a little fucking silly on me.
If they can do these now though, if they're willing to do them, can we get like 95, 96 Sting?
Well, that's another thing. Like, if they're willing to do these now, why the fuck weren't they doing these like years ago?
I think they were just scared, right?
That was the thing we always heard was they were terrified of getting fucking a legal letter from the Fed.
Mm-hmm.
But now that's not a concern, apparently.
Yeah, you should be like overflowing with Sting figures now. Although, if the Jazzwares partnership is ending, then I
Which
guess
it is.
whoever you're starting with, you should be overflowing with Stings.
Yeah, and it's also very interesting that the orange Sting is basically the BRG Sting.
Mm-hmm.
They also showed a new Will Ospreay. I don't fucking care. It's not a better figure than the Supreme, so who gives a shit? Honestly. Um, I'm trying to remember if there were any Mattel figures shown. And I don't think there were. So what is this WWE RPG?
I don't really know a lot about it. It's not available on iOS, so I haven't played it myself. But it's WWE Generations. I don't know if the only match type is a 6-man tag. I mean, that's the only thing I've seen from it. So I guess maybe. Um, yeah, I don't really know all the details. I just saw that there was a screenshot with like Freddie Blassie, and I'm like, oh, he's not really been in a lot of stuff. I guess he's only been in other mobile stuff. So I don't know.
Uh, Looking at a video now, there are 2-on-2 tag matches.
Oh, okay. I think the models like if you want to rip stuff and put it in Fight Forever, they're more suited for that style. They look more cartoony than obviously the WWE 2K.
This seems interesting. I will never play it though.
Yeah, I think I like the graphics better that way, to be honest. I feel like this is something that, if it wasn't just an RPG, if you could do something more of it, this is something that could have been your secondary console release, you know what I mean? Like a game that looked in this style, maybe like a little cheaper and maybe different control scheme, would have been interesting, but
I
imagine if they did something like for instance, like what UPW is doing, where it's not like a direct copy of AKI or Aki. I can't even remember what it's pronounced anymore. But
Aki.
but like if you had like graphics like that, and you had their basic control system, and you had like a few match types, and then you release DLC packs of various WWE wrestlers, could be an interesting thing.
Yeah, but that also requires the people at 2K to not be super arrogant
Oh
about
yeah, I
the
know.
Aki
I'm living
games.
in my own fantasy world where they care about anything more than their premium passes and all that bullshit.
What a just stupid fucking timeline we live in where the WWE games finally fell victim to that shit.
Yeah, I think there's like three ringside pass sets left, and that was it. But I don't hear anybody talking about those games now, or that game.
No. And they did the O1 Kane, but he has the fucking Finger 11 theme because
Mm-hmm.
fucking why not?
Well,
Because
yeah, they did
I
that.
guess they got bullied into it on Twitter because like he used that theme, yeah, like one fucking time
Well,
with that gear.
last year they had like Modern Kane had like the Kane, the second theme after his original one, where it was kind of the same but different. They had
Like the
that one,
faster one.
yeah, instead of his like more modern theme, which didn't make any sense. But
You know what's always weird to me when I go back to play Here Comes the Pain? The misspelling of Nikolai Volkov's name in Iron Sheik.
oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
I
Nikolai has a C in it, and Sheik is spelled like the incorrect way.
I always spelled that wrong myself, so that's probably why I didn't notice it.
The Sheik one is like glaring, like, oh yeah, no, it's I before E is a good rule, except in this instance.
I saw WWE. I guess it was a screenshot from Night of Champions, but it was an advertisement for SummerSlam, and it said, was it Minnesota? Because they're like using AI, and like the WWE logo itself doesn't look correct.
Jesus. AI is a scourge upon the earth.
Minnesota.
I mean, I'm sure if you put enough liquor into Verengania, that's how he would have said it too.
Probably.
He also probably would have rock bottomed somebody at the old folks' home after you gave him that much liquor, but
Ooh.
I don't know for a fact that that's actually what Verengania did, but the description of it makes it sound like he rock bottomed another old person. Yeah.
I don't know.
Verengania was deeply fucked up.
Yeah.
Check wrestling figure news real quick just to make sure we're not missing anything.
Our town has announced. No, they haven't announced.
Is their website still working?
Oh, I don't know.
Yes, it is, and it looks like you can no longer order anything. They're all listed as
Oh,
sold out.
that's a shame.
Pre-order status updated as of March 5th, 2025.
Wow.
I wish there was, potential for a class action lawsuit just for everybody I know that got kind of taken by these assholes.
Yeah, I mean, it's messed up. It's really messed up.
Also on note of those stings, they're charging $35. Why the hell couldn't these be Supreme figures?
Yeah, they should have been.
Well, I know why, because tooling cost, but like seriously.
Yeah.
Also, like the two heads that have the rat tail molded on. I don't think anybody buying like orange tights Sting wants fucking rat tail Sting.
No,
Maybe
but
they
I'll take
do.
it.
I'm leaving the default like screaming head on because it's the one I want on my Sting figure, so whatever. Yeah, so that'll probably do us for this time. I won't be around for 2 weeks, so the 19th of July would be the next time we record. And there'll probably be a whole bunch of silliness to get to
Oh yeah, for
on
sure.
that because I'll be 3 weeks into my new role. There'll be the G1 opener.
When's when's Comic Con?
Speculation the following weekend. So
Oh, okay.
we'll do our Comic Con recap at the end because they never reveal anything on Sunday anyway. I say
No.
with the chance that they reveal something on Sunday this year. But I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna see probably the Super 7 Invincible stuff. I mean, they announced Battle Beast as a con exclusive, but I may or may not have seen pictures of things that they're gonna have at Comic Con. So it'll be interesting to see the reaction to that. Storm Collectibles is gonna be there. They showed off the Arena Alpha 3 Zangief and Boxer. They look fucking amazing. To the point that I'm just not going to collect the Jada line. I hate that I'm not going to finish the Street Fighter 2 roster, but the Storm figures are similarly priced and way higher quality. I might as well just buy those. But they'll have stuff on display. We potentially may find out the new AEW action figure partner. We may see some interesting stuff from Mattel WWE. KWK is doing a thing that weekend. That's also apparently now when the O-Ring figures are going up for pre-order, as well as I think Aja Kong might be Bertha Faye is the July pre-order.
Hmm.
I think like Bertha Faye and Samurai del Sol. Although don't quote me on that. So there will be a lot to talk about next time. And
Yeah.
until then,
Oh,
oh, go on.
I just gonna say, just wanted to bring up one thing that I thought was really cool. Did you see that Conan the Barbarian animated show?
Yes, and it's being done by fucking Tartakovsky. So we're
Yeah.
talking the guy behind Samurai Jack and fucking Primal. So that's gonna be good.
Yeah,
That'll be good.
hopefully we get like a trailer for that at Comic-Con.
I wonder how far into development it is.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe they'll have like a cast announcement or something. I don't know. Just hope something comes out of it. But I thought that was
Yeah,
really cool to
that'll
see.
be. And I like that it's him behind it because he's fucking great.
Yeah.
But until next time, take care. Don't be an asshole. Watch Japanese wrestling and maybe play Toukon Advance for like 5 minutes. It'll take you way longer to finish a match than that, but it's the thought that counts. Take care.